right, we're back. Circling Back podcast coming to you live from our homes. My name's Will DeFreeze. On the screen in front of me, David Ruff.
I popped open my cell phone, pulled up Instagram, had a little notification from Instagram asking if I wanted to develop my audience. I was like, what? Why would I mean, what does that even mean? You know, audience development. Then I noticed I am officially a member of the 5 Dig Club. And to everybody who made that happen at DC Ruff on Instagram, thank you. 10K it is. 10K it is, sir.
I was an early mover on the Dave Ruff Instagram account. I think I had to have been like in the early thousands at some point. And
yes.
It feels good to get here, Dave.
We're all just real proud of you, Dave. That's a huge accomplishment, man.
It happened out of nowhere, man. I feel like it was just yesterday. I had like 600 followers, and now here we are just going crazy, posting grill vids.
That's
You're
big.
a swipe up boy now. That's big time.
Well, if he's gone business account. Only if you've got business account.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Dave, I'm very excited to take advantage of your fame and popularity to monetize the company.
Brett, you have one job today. You need to go through all the deck stuff and just update Dave's numbers with a K.
Yes.
You're a K boy. I get that. Once circling back's a K boy, then we're cooking. No pun intended.
Back pod across all social media. Go mash that follow button. Dylan Shivery's had K's next to his names for like years.
It's true.
Yeah. I'm actually at that point. I've been going the opposite direction on Twitter for about 5 years now. I think I had 47,000 followers at one point, and I lose them every day, and now I'm down to I think like 45.2 or something. Still a solid number. I get it, but I don't know.
It's because all those gent accounts that used to follow you have ceased to exist.
I mean, yeah, back when I was like the TFM guy, I just exploded with followers. And then I think as they grew up, they're like, why am I still following this idiot from that frat website? And I hit the unfollow button, which I get, but I just feel like I'm doing something wrong. I want to keep the people on board a little bit longer, but what are you going to do? But
you're probably like, you're probably losing followers that are like, it's like rowdy _ like Robert E. Lee. And then like a bunch of dudes who have like
Rowdy Robert.
Yeah, and like a bunch of dudes who have like Archer photos as their avatars and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
So don't be too upset by losing like 45 followers a month because of that.
Yeah, I have a higher quality audience now for sure. So you know what? I'll take it.
Dylan, can I say one thing to you?
David, this is your podcast, man, of course.
Fret on, good sir.
Thank you, Dave.
Dylan, I have one more theory there. You said you've been losing followers for give or take 5 years, correct?
Yeah.
You also have another 5-year asset in your life. Could it just be people that were H on the TL that wanted a piece of Dylan?
Oh, this guy's a dad. I'm out of here. I don't know. Hey, buddy, he's like staring me down right now. Speaking of, I don't think that's it, Brett. But maybe one or two here and there.
Okay.
I cannot express to you guys how fucking thirsty I am to get an Instagram off. It's killing me inside.
I might have an opportunity in the next few days to get a dope gram off I can guarantee will do numbers.
You're in good shape right now. Me, I got nothing in the pipeline. I'm so bored.
Dude, Will, just go to Home Depot.
I know.
My last gram was from your wedding.
The last gram, I haven't grammed in over a month. It's just ugly.
Sad.
I don't know what to do. And like, I'm just stagnant across like all facets of Instagram from my personal account right now. It's just embarrassing.
Do you remember the day when we introduced, I don't know what the analytics tool we were using was, but we could see, I think it was CrowdTangle. And you could put in any Instagram account and it would tell you how many they've gained, like what they're trending. It would give you all the next gen stats. And like Will and I, who were relatively new into the content game, it was like, oh, hell yeah. Buy. And then like the people who had been doing it for the longest in the company, Dylan, it was like Dylan's like bleeding followers.
Yeah.
And I remember like, man. No, it didn't. Well, looking back, it does now. It's like, dude, you were in so early that some of those accounts are going to get deleted. But it was funny because I could tell it kind of shook you at first and you were a little bit worried. But look at you now.
I mean, Yeah, I was ascending, and it just stalled out at about 47, and then just slowly I've been coming back down to earth a little bit. But it's been going on for so long now that I stopped even paying it. I pay attention, like I still look at the number, but I don't really care. Like I'm a retweet machine now. I didn't used to do that.
You got the best RTs in the game.
I tried, Dave. Thank you. I appreciate you.
It's that you have good RTs.
I'm no little Suze.
Yeah, you're no little Susie, dude.
Yeah. Who is though? Just her.
Literally nobody. Like she's better than Daquan. It's amazing stuff from her.
She's plugged in to the right circles, man. She finds them.
Dillon, can I bring something up that wasn't previously on the rundown?
Of course.
You're a mustache guy now.
Woo! Well, it's not a mustache. What I did, see, I'm quarantined, and so I am taking the opportunity while I'm not seeing anybody going out in public to do a little experimenting. And I did trim everywhere except for the mustache quite a bit. So it's not exactly a mustache. I still have
everywhere
a very short beard. It's kind of like the Henry Cavill in Mission Impossible. His facial hair. I'm not saying don't roll your eyes. I'm not saying I look like Henry Cavill.
No, I mean
very handsome man.
Like there are definitely other people who have done this look before, and you knew that saying Henry Cavill was going to put out a vibe.
Yeah, no one else comes to mind. Man in the world.
No one else comes to mind. I mean, look. It's a recent movie, and he's a look. Just
okay. How about
you get it? You think you look like Henry Cavill? Like
no, I definitely don't. He's a hot guy.
I was thinking more Ben Stiller dodgeball.
Yeah, I don't hate. It looks a little bit different on camera now that I'm looking at it on this stream. It looks fuller in person. But
if you're listening on
I
Apple,
don't know what I'm doing.
Spotify, you can go check this out on Washed Media on YouTube and check out Dillon's mustache. I actually think it looks good, Dillon. It looks better.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Fine, so
okay, well, thank you.
How does Lauren feel about it?
Oh, she does not know about it yet.
Nice.
Whoa! Yeah, this happened yesterday, and we haven't filled her in on it, or we haven't FaceTimed. So we'll see.
Has she gotten her camera to work yet?
Good question. I don't know what her deal is, man. I wanted to pop on for 5 minutes on the stream and say what up. I got to prove to people she's real.
She's the only one with a 2018 MacBook that doesn't have a camera on it.
I did
like what's your problem?
Like every time that she typed in the chat about it, that Dillon was he was suspiciously quiet and his
Oh man.
Before we get into it, should we talk about our friends over at Hims?
Oh yeah.
I don't need to tell you guys this, but 66% of their men start to lose their hair by age 35. And as you know, once you've started noticing thinning hair, it can be too late. So whether it's slowly starting to move backwards or if you have any bald spots, the best way to prevent hair loss is to do something about it while you still have some. And I've never understood it. Why do you guys turn to weird solutions or do nothing when they can turn to medicine and science? Luckily, 4hims.com is there to help, a one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, sexual wellness for men. It's time to write a new chapter, one in which you have hair. I'm going to talk to Brett real quick directly because Brett's been doing this as a preventative measure. And I think that this is a very smart idea from Brett. Brett, can you describe your experiences real quick?
Yeah, preventative is the exact way to put it. Well, I was in Denver, Colorado when I was 21. And I first, I thought it was the altitude. I noticed a smidge of thinning on the top of my head. So I said, boom, I'm going to get on this. Hair is a big part of my life, Will. I don't know if our listeners know that. But I said, I'm going to get on it early. I've been on Hims for 5 years now. And I think we're good. We're pretty full. There's no complaints here. It's actually grown more with Hims than without it. So I'm the literal case study for preventative measures with Hims.
I mean, look at your fucking head. Like
what more do you get? It's all the head of hair.
Yeah. Right now, our listeners can get started with their first month free. Yeah, that's right. I said free. Go to 4hims.com/steam. That's 4hims.com/steam. I will say we have a slight disclaimer. Prescription requires an online consultation with a physician who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Offer valid only if prescribed. 3-month minimum subscription. Additional restrictions do apply. See website for full details and important safety information. But remember, that's 4hims.com/steam. Go get your first free month. Let's talk about this weekend. What a huge weekend for the squad.
Man, you're not kidding.
I don't know. Go ahead, Dylan.
Yeah, I mean, I went and I told you I was going to go see my mom at the ranch. My mom and my stepdad, that is, because they are missing us, and it's been a couple of months since we've been out there. So we went out there and we stayed far apart. We kept our distance and we just said hello. We hung out for about 2 hours, and I say me, my sister, and brother-in-law went out there, checked in on the horses. Everyone's doing great. Weather was perfect. We caught up. It was a good time. But yeah, that was a quick little trip. Then came back home and picked up the homie on Sunday, and we've just been chilling ever since.
What'd you and the homie have for dinner last night?
Ooh, actually, we had steak and a baked potato and broccoli.
He was telling me that you microwave the baked potato. Is that true?
No, but isn't it kind of an acceptable way of doing it? Some people do that.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's just fun. It's just funny to rag on people who do it because it sounds bootleg, but it does a fine job.
Yeah, even though it works, if somebody asked me how I did it, like I probably would make up some other way.
Just lie.
Yeah. Like it just sounds so bad.
I hate when y'all ask me what I had for dinner last night. It's so much pressure, man.
Sometimes I just schedule entire segments around it just to lead you to the point where I'm allowed to ask, and it's not going to sound like I'm just trying to expose you.
It's like subconsciously making me want to eat, these extravagant or just respectable meals just so I can answer the question with a little, confidence. I hate the question.
I'm screwed this week because Sally's working nights this week, and so she's going to be gone from like 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. I'm on my own for dinner. It's going to be tough during quarantine. Like I usually when this kind of thing happens, I have like more takeout options available to me. I'm not like afraid to go out in public, et cetera, and so on. I'm just worried about myself this week. It might just be like smoothie for dinner, Dillon style.
Hell yeah, dude.
Boy, do I have a solution for you, Will.
Oh, I imagine. I from what I've heard, there's something in the mail that will help me out
Will,
very nicely.
if you want to try one of my smoothies, I will make one and I'll set it outside for you. Just come by and pick it up. I don't even need, just keep the container, the cup. It's all yours, man. I want you to try one of my smoothies, dog.
Can we do like a I know, but then I'd have to stop by Dave's
An
to
exchange?
get the actual calories in it. Yeah, can we do a food train for me?
Just stop by everywhere and pick up something.
Yeah, can we just do a food train for me while Sally's working? That'd be the saddest thing in the world.
I'll make you a ziti.
What about the gift of gumbo?
I'll make you a gumbo and a ziti.
Ooh,
a gumbo ziti.
I can actually do a decent ziti, I think, but I wouldn't.
Ziti is not that hard. Yeah.
But Dave's also pretty much Italian at this point, so I think you probably have some tricks up your sleeve that I don't have.
At this point, yeah, I watched a lot of Sopranos. I remember how Janice made a ziti. Hey, my weekend was weird. So Friday night I was doing some before the live stream. I was doing some yard work. No, this is Saturday. This was not before the live stream. I bought a new sprinkler. Amazon delivered. It's one of the ones that has like 3 little spigots on it, and it spins around real fast. So it does like a little circular fountain type deal. Anyway, I'm out there just kind of watching it, seeing what kind of distribution I'm getting across the front yard, and I hear this noise. It's a dude on rollerblades, probably like 40. He's a dad. He's like 40, 42, and he's doing the thing where he pushes his son. He has like the athletic baby stroller that moms will run with and push up hills.
Oh yeah,
He's doing it.
Yeah, he's doing it on blades, and I hear it. It comes out of nowhere. I'm like, who the fuck? And I try to look over my cars, and he goes up the curb into my front yard and basically rolls into my yard and like catches himself before he totally eats it. Like, so he basically caught way too much speed, had too much dip on his chip, and ends up in my front yard on blades. And he had like the kid's fine. The stroller's like ghost riding down the middle of the street. It's not a busy street, but like I'm like watching this, and I'm just like, he looked at me, and I'm waiting for him to say something, and then like smartly he went out like to make sure the kid was okay, and the kid was like cracking up. The kid thought it was hilarious. He's going crazy. Kids be. And he never even said anything to me. And I didn't say anything to him because like I was like, man, that was embarrassing. This guy just fucking he had like the trash ass rollerblades that had the brake, like so he clearly didn't know how to hockey stop. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, you gotta pop that brake off, dog. That's embarrassing. Come on.
That's like training wheels. What are you doing?
Come on, man.
It was a glimpse into my future because like there's going to be a point where I buy rollerblades and I'm going to think that, oh, I can just start skating again. You know, I used to rollerblade, play hockey, all that. And I'm just going to completely fucking eat it in some dude's front yard.
This quarantine has made me like want to buy one of those, like, you know, those skateboards with the one wheel in the middle that you just lean up and you can just cruise, or like one of the remote control ones that we saw when we were in San Diego and stuff. It's just making me want to get one of these things because I'm just so bored that I'm like, oh, what toy can I buy?
Man, there's a kid a few houses away from me who has, I don't know what it's called, but it's like basically a skateboard. Oh, I guess it is what you're describing. It's motorized, right?
It's got the one wheel in the middle and then a platform. Yeah. And
you ride it sideways like a skateboard.
More. I think I've seen people riding them more because they are like the streets are a little more open, so they're a little more free with it. But
they look awesome.
It looks
and they move too.
I want the remote control one more than anything, the one that you hold in your hand, just because I like the idea of having that kind of control. And I don't know. I'm a little too old to be stopping with my balance at this point.
Oh, there's a dad do it with the remote. That's cool.
There's a dad in my neighborhood who has one of those with like off-road tires or off-road wheels, and he just does it around the park. It's pretty sick.
People do it on like beaches and stuff. It's tight.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the video of the guy on rollerblades who it looks like he jerry-rigged like a weed whacker to put a wheel on the end of it, and he puts it between his legs like a broom and just has motorized rollerblading. And he's going like 30 miles an hour. It's awesome.
Oh, man. Okay.
That's sick.
It's tight.
I love that. Is it Elon Musk?
No, it's just this dad who he's like off-roading on it too. It's awesome. I'm going to have to send you guys the link because it's very impressive.
Dylan, has Park started riding a bike yet?
So he has a pedal-less bike. Basically, you just use like the precursor to training wheels. Is you just put your feet on the ground and that's how you get it moving. Next step is a bike with training wheels. So he doesn't have a real one quite yet.
I asked this because I've noticed something, and I might be very late on this, but the kids in my neighborhood who have bikes, the cool helmet to have has like this spiky mohawk down the middle. And I've never seen these before, and everybody has them. And I feel there's like a couple kids who don't, and I feel bad for them. But like, I don't know what that is, if that's supposed to be like a character on a movie or like a cartoon. But Will, have you seen these?
Well, Dylan showed up to Breck with one of those, and I was like, I pulled him aside. I was like, you can't wear this on the mountain. Like,
come on, dog.
Remember that?
Backers. I was like, I care about your head, but like, you can't be wearing this.
Come on, man.
The homie probably does have one now. Dylan got like an insert for it that like could fit the homie.
Man, he's got to get a bike. This neighborhood is absolutely crawling with kids, and there's like just a bunch of little bike gangs, like 7 and 8 year olds, just cruising the streets here. Man, he's got to get one to fit in a little bit.
Is the Mohawk spike helmet like the dude who buys the visor with the Ian Poulter spiky hair and wears it as a bit on the golf course on like his golf trip or something? You know that visor I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the worst visor of all time.
It's just such a bad bit.
Yeah.
I always hated stuff, like the bit helmets and stuff like that as kids and stuff. I just thought they were lame.
Yeah. Yeah.
I never wanted one. I did have Ninja Turtle ski goggles, which I thought were the sickest things on planet Earth. And I grew out of them too quickly. And I was absolutely devastated because I just wanted to keep wearing them.
This might not be a surprise, but when I was a kid, I had a bike and we used to tear through the streets all the time. None of us wore helmets. Like no one I knew wore a helmet.
Never.
Now it's I guess these kids these days protecting their brains and stuff, whatever.
Did you guys build were you guys like jump builders, or were you just cruising through the streets?
We just cruised to the card store and bought baseball cards and then cruised back home.
That's right. Your life is the Sandlot. That's right.
Fleer or top deck or upper deck?
We mixed it up. Yeah. Yeah. Whichever year Mike Piazza was a rookie, that's the year that we did it. Like that was when we were at its peak because I have, I don't know, like 10 Mike Piazza rookie cards that used to be worth something.
It It feels like 1988. Was he after that?
No.
How old are you?
No.
Are you old?
It was probably 91-ish, if I had to guess, his rookie year.
Okay.
You looking it up?
It looks like it was 92.
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. So I was 9 with my boys. We were just cruising to the card store.
I thought Fleer cards were like bootleg.
Yeah, Upper Deck is the way to go.
It was
Top
It
Deck.
was whichever one you didn't have was bootleg, I think. I think like the first one you heard of, you were all in on. And then like the next one, you're like, oh yeah, it was fuck posers.
Well, there was
Which is the one that had which one had the bubble gum in it? The piece of gum.
I never bought those because I thought that they were just like low rent.
Yeah, that is low rent to have bubble gum in your cards.
There was also one called I think there was one called Flare too that was like thicker stock, and it was like, oh, these are nice. I had a Keith Kachuk card that was worth like $45, which at the time I was like, this is how I win. And I was so excited to go to like a card show and trade in my Keith Kachuk card for like a Red Wing card.
Dude, what I think the baseball cards of like the 2000s for me was like, remember the McFarlane action figures? Like the really well done, like not clay, but whatever material that was. I had Ed Balfour for some reason. Derek Jeter, Eddie the Eagle. Yeah, Rosie's pumped.
So wait, it was just like him on the sideline in the Booger Mobile?
No. I didn't have the Booger one in the sideline mobile. No, it was he was making a save. I had Al McGinnis too, Will's favorite.
I didn't hate Al McGinnis.
He was a blue for a while.
Yeah, I had a Steve Yzerman one that was autographed.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
my mom bought that for me at some like charity auction, and it was the greatest gift of all time.
That is a great gift.
Whenever my parents went to a charity auction, they always came back with an autograph for me, like the Lee Trevino golf ball. I didn't even know who Lee Trevino was at that time, but like back on it, like it was a really tight gift from them. So
most underrated Dallas athlete of all time.
Truly, I didn't even know he was from Dallas. Like he is so underrated.
He is, dude. He's awesome. I mean, he's great. He's like a pioneer, like a person of color, like in golf in the 60s and 70s. And like nobody talks about him in Dallas. It's like he's not even from there. And he's like an awesome dude. Google
the story about if you're listening right now, go Google the story about him mowing his lawn from Faraday. It's a funny anecdote because somebody mistakes him for just like Latin yard worker, and they like want to pay him. And he's like, "Oh, I'm actually a PGA golfer." I mean, he didn't say that. It's a funny story hearing him tell it to Faraday.
He's a funny dude. He would be Brett. Get him on the live stream.
Yeah. I'll see what I can do. See what he's up to.
If we thought Lauren couldn't work a camera, there's no way Lee Trevino's like setting up.
What is it with these golfers and their lack of
no kidding, man.
Dude, I feel like a dork now. I had a lame ass weekend. Dave had like rollerbladers crashing through his front windows. Like Dylan's out at a ranch with horses and everything. I took a walk with Sally and Rosie. Like it was lit.
Dude, how about this walking weather though, man? It's been perfect outside.
Dude, the mornings have been crispy.
We're missing so many patio beers right now. It's a shame.
Dude, it's killing me. I said it before, like it's devastating that these weekends are just lost on us now, because these are the weekends where we would be really letting it rip at outdoor bars in Austin before it gets too hot. And now I'm just sitting here like an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Very sad.
Yeah.
Well, I was on a walk this weekend, and something happened for the first time in my life. I saw Air Force One in flight.
Oh,
what?
It was kind of tight. Yeah, it could have been Air Force One, it could have been Air Force Two. I tried to Google like why would the president be flying over Houston, but yeah, I heard the sound of a large aircraft, and I was looked up, and holy shit, it's the very recognizable, it's flying low too, and it had the blue.
Lit.
You could see the seal, you could see the blue like underbelly. It was awesome.
I feel
dude,
like
that was a drone. That was some dude.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a drone, Dave. I mean, it had contrails, so it was the president just making noise.
You mean
jumbo
chemtrails?
jet?
I think it's contrails.
It was a joke, Dave.
Anyway, but yeah, that was followed by one too many daiquiris yesterday. So Pretty fun weekend.
Good for
So
you,
wait,
man.
you couldn't see, like, he was not in Houston for a fundraiser or something? Like, what,
No,
what was the story?
I like went to Twitter after, because Twitter I feel like would have that news before anybody. And I searched Air Force One and nothing popped up. But he made a very low banking turn, basically over Caroline's neighborhood. So it could have been Air Force Two. It could have been Air Force One. I'm not sure, but it was tight. It was cool to see that in flight.
Are you sure it wasn't just Nelly stomping?
No, it was airborne. So
Well, come
Damn.
on, man.
Yeah, you like that. You like
Come
it.
on.
I saw Dave. Dave gave me a little nod.
is it stomping or
pairs.
stunting in his Air Force One?
I did a Chainsmokers reference in the mail in the other day, and Dylan and Sally just like gave me nothing. It's like, come on.
Does that surprise you? What was the reference? I forgot.
I don't know. Oh, it was a terrace reference.
Oh,
Out on the terrace.
oh, terrorist.
Terrorist.
Not a terrorist. I don't think the Chainsmokers are woke enough to be doing terrorist content yet.
Man, I can't wait till they get to their intellectual phase of their music career where they start like talking about like social injustice and stuff.
The worst conversation those two guys can have is like, all right, we got to get taken seriously. They can, if they start going down that road, it's over.
I would be all in on them if they would go in on the 5G coronavirus stuff. If they would be like, dude, this is actually something worth looking into.
Yeah,
That's right.
one more.
Something about it.
I have a take from this weekend that I forgot about. I did lupe tortilla for the first time yesterday.
All right.
I think their queso is my favorite queso in Texas.
Their queso's great.
I don't remember what their queso's like. They have bomb ass fajitas though.
It's cheese, Dylan.
I've never had their queso because I've only eaten lunch there, but I can vouch for their fajitas being absolute bomb.
Everything. Enchiladas. The chicken flauta was phenomenal.
Why
Wait.
are you ordering flautas, dog?
Yeah, wait, time out. You had fajitas though, right?
I did not have fajitas. I had a quesadilla.
Oh my god.
Brett. What are you doing, dog?
Like what? If, you can't
I
just
feel like-
go there and order.
You're the only
Oh.
one over 12 that orders the quesadillas at a place like that.
They're so good though.
Dude, lupe tortilla. I'm not saying they're as good as El Tiempo, but it's about as close as you're gonna get as far as fajitas go. They're if they're not 1A, they're 1B in Texas for fajitas. They're great fajitas. You got to get the fajita, man.
You gotta
Well,
get
just the
I
fact
don't
that they're
think-
known for their fajitas, you have to get that when you try a place like that for the first time because that's what they're known for.
I just feel like fajitas don't travel.
But quesadillas do.
Yeah, they're locked in with the tortilla. Fajitas are open air
They're
food.
All
they're
right,
not
Brett.
locked in.
I'm not mad about it, but I do have a rule: no queso for lunch.
Can't be doing that. That's reckless.
Can't be doing
Everybody knows
queso
that.
for lunch.
If I get a quesadilla at a Tex-Mex restaurant, which I will do, I'm not going to act like I'm above it. I think 1 out of every 30 times I will get a quesadilla. But if I do it, I will make sure it's like very quiet when the waiter comes over to me and starts asking me. I'm like, yeah, I'll do a quesadilla.
Yeah,
Just bring them in and point at the menu. Be like, I'll
And
have that.
And the plate comes and it's like, wait, I didn't order this. No, it's fine. Don't go back. Like I must have taken I must have Coke or something. I'll take a quesadilla. It's fine. Yeah.
yeah, very good though. We'll do it again, and I'll get the fajitas next time.
I can't wait for somebody on the Reddit's gonna be like, "What? Do you, be like, is it weird that the boys hate quesadillas? Like, I don't see anything wrong with eating quesadillas."
Yeah, 100%.
I want to piss off quesadilla Twitter. People
Yeah.
who are just hardcore at quesadillas.
I like quesadillas. I really do. I love them. A good
I do
cheese
too.
quesadilla is really, really good. But
Just
like,
not at Lupe.
yeah, like if you're there's so many good Tex-Mex things that you can get on a menu in Texas. It's like, no, you can't just be ordering quesadillas every time. I get it. I understand it though. I still think it's a weird thing to do.
Way
Should
to
we
go, Brett.
Air Force One turned into quesadilla Twitter. Okay.
Hey, let's move on. Let's talk about on this past live stream on Friday, which you can go subscribe to at Watch Media on YouTube. We had the founders of Roback on. We've talked about Roback a million times. I don't know how many times we can talk about them again. Like I love their stuff though. Right now, you can use promo code Rosie20 if you're a first-time purchaser. That's 20% off. They've just got some fire going on right now. As you know, they sold over 200,000 masks, which no one's doing that.
We're not.
No, we sold far fewer masks. I think our number was around 0, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can confirm 0.
I'm just looking at their performance tees right now and just thinking about how bad I need to re-up on these for quarantine. I just want to be sitting around in these all day.
Yeah.
Can they let us start naming some of these? They did say that they changed the name recently, and I want to start naming one. This one's called the Biz Long Sleeve. I feel like they just were thinking about Dave when they did this one.
Yeah, you have to think so.
And then they have one that's just called the Slap Bunt Long Sleeve, which they were thinking about Dillon for.
Are you kidding me? That's the name of one of the. Wow, I don't know why I don't own that one yet.
Yep. I don't know. I'm trying to think of any other ones that they have. They have the Red Zone. I don't know if that applies to me or.
Hey, by the
Red
way,
Wings?
they sent us a care package right as we started quarantine that I haven't been able to get the shirts to you guys yet. So you got polos coming.
Huh.
Yeah. They're in my car. I just haven't seen you guys.
Oh yeah, man.
I mean, I literally saw you in your car last week when I was giving you masks.
Yeah.
So
You came over to my house
now
2 weeks ago.
Now that I think about it, I've seen every single one of you.
I helped you move.
I didn't give you shirts.
Yep. You made Brett help you move.
Yeah, that's right.
Dylan, I can count how many people I've seen on one hand, and Dylan and Dave are 2 of those people. I haven't seen Brett in 8 weeks. We quarantined so early that it's impossible to even know when the last time I saw Brett was in person.
Dylan, can we tell the story about the U-Haul or no?
Oh, about how you had to ride in the back of it?
Yeah, Dylan locked me in the back of a U-Haul.
when you move?
Yeah.
Yeah. What he had to hold a piece of furniture in place. I forgot what it was, but
it was like a mirror or something. It was something with leaning up against a glass piece. And I was just listen, I'm going to jump in the back. It's a 10-minute drive. Here we go.
Yeah, sorry about that, Brett.
No, that's all good, dude. We survived. That'd have been a tough way to go out, though.
Yeah.
Wow, Dylan, noted human trafficker.
Yeah. He helped you move out of the kindness of his heart, and then you just shove him in the back of the U-Haul. It's ruthless.
He volunteered, and it really, I don't know how we would have done it another way. He saved me. He saved my furniture. That is.
That's nice. But yeah, Rosie 20% off. Rowback.com. Rosie 20. Can we talk sports minute? I have both NFL draft and The Last Dance on here. I don't know what you guys want to do. You tell me.
Well, I'll get out in front of it. We them boys. Lions had a salty draft too. We were texting about this over the weekend. I don't know what's your team, Brett? Oh, Broncos.
Broncos and Bills, yeah.
He's a Coes guy.
Oh.
Yeah, the Broncos did the strategy of drafting 2 wide receivers with their first 2 picks. But one of them, Jerry Jeudy, you can't go wrong with. KJ Hamler, another one you can't go wrong with. So I don't hate that strategy. I just think there's plenty of holes to fill on a team that is 5 years removed from winning a Super Bowl. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we don't need to break down the boys draft. Everybody knows it was sick. I was happy, as happy as I've been in a long time about it. And Dylan, how do you feel? You got 2 noted OU Sooners on the boys now.
Yeah, in the first, I guess, 3 rounds, 2 Sooners off the board to the boys. You know what? It's all right. I don't like Oklahoma, but once they move on and join the pros, I can get on board with a couple Sooners on my team. That's fine.
How bummed were you?
Look at it this way, Dylan. They quit Oklahoma so they could go to the Cowboys. They're like,
CeeDee Lamb. That dude can just straight ball. So I'm okay. He just absolutely destroyed Texas this last year. Oh my God, he put on a show. Yeah, him and with the star on his helmet. I'm all for it, man.
Were you pretty bummed to see Jalen Hurts go to Philly? I know how much you like him.
I enjoyed that pick almost as much as I enjoyed CeeDee Lamb going to the boys in the first round. What? He's just not an NFL quarterback. I'm sorry, he's not.
Everybody look good because this might get old takes exposed.
He's not. I write it down. Yeah, he's. We'll see. But
Dillon,
yeah, I enjoyed that.
Are you still going to do your draft grades for all 32 teams on the Wash Media website?
I decided I'm not gonna go ahead and follow through on that.
Oh, okay.
Sounds terrible.
Drafting a backup quarterback in the second round is just a weird strategy in itself, I think. But I'm no GM, obviously.
No, you're definitely not.
I'm thinking they're gonna use that dude somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Taysom Hill role.
Sally yesterday was in our bedroom and I was in our living room and I heard her say, "Wait, Aaron Rodgers got traded to the Patriots?" And I was like, "Oh no, Barry has hit the timeline."
Was it a mega tough scene over there for a little bit?
Mega tough scene in
Really?
for a few minutes, yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
I knew it wasn't true. My heart started beating out of excitement.
Man, ever since I was exposed for getting got by the same guy in a span of 3 days, people just won't stop tagging me in all of his tweets. It's obnoxious.
Yeah.
Well, that's not going to help.
I know.
Yeah,
T-Man included.
T-Man.
I'm not going to put you guys through my Lions analysis, mainly because I know nothing. So I'm not going to do that to you guys. You're welcome.
I saw some people on Twitter who said it was good.
Yeah, my only takes were from the group. I would be stealing directly from my group text or directly from Twitter. I don't feel it's the honorable thing to do. Not only did I not watch all that much college football this year, but I didn't do any draft prep. Looking forward to the draft. I
saw your mock draft.
Yeah, you had 7 mock drafts.
I know that's true. That's true. I'm just sitting here. I have some spreadsheets that I've been putting together for all this and everything. I don't know. It was hard for me to get into it this year.
Did you guys watch both episodes last night of Last Dance?
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh yeah.
That's appointment television right now. That's as appointment television as it gets.
Will, how excited were you to see the Pistons get so much play on last night's episodes?
I knew that we were going to get a lot of Pistons and at some point, but I didn't really know when because they're jumping around so much with the timeline that I was like, I don't really know when this is going to happen, but I knew it was going to happen.
Right.
And it was great. It was great. Obviously, like you don't love to relive the just walking off the court. Like that's kind of the one thing about that team that makes me like just take a slight step back. But
MJ has not let that go clearly to this day.
Oh, hell no.
It's tight, dude. Like I don't want those guys to like let that kind of stuff go. Like if they interviewed a bunch of Red Wings, I would want them to shit on the Avalanche just as much as they did in 1997. Like just do it. Who cares?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, it was great. I'm noted. I'm kind of like you, Dillon, with Emmitt Smith. I don't like Bill Laimbeer. Not a Bill Laimbeer guy.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard too many stories about him being an asshole around Harbor Springs that I can't fully support him. So I did encounter him in a grocery store at one point, and I didn't say anything to him. But you kind of know that it's Bill Laimbeer when you're in a Harbor Springs grocery store, mainly because his head is like scraping the ceiling.
Does he have a place up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
He did. I haven't seen him in a long time. I'm not sure, but I also haven't lived there in a long time, so I don't know if he still does. But we would see him quite regularly. Yeah.
Dude, I got a similar story. Will, we got Bill Laimbeer play last night. We also got a little Utah Jazz play.
Mm-hmm.
Utah Jazz starting center Greg Ostertag, Duncanville Panther. I once saw him at the Blockbuster in Duncanville in like 1991.
What was he renting? What movie?
Yeah.
I don't know, but my dad was like, that kid's going to play in the pros someday. And like I looked, and he was the biggest guy I'd ever seen because he's just a big, lumbering white dude. He's like, I don't know if he's 6'10". I don't know if he was actually 7 foot, but he was the biggest human I had seen to that point.
Makes sense. Oh.
I have no cool stories about the early 90s, late 80s basketball players. I'm sorry.
It was kind of good. Sally asked me about the Pistons team while we were watching it, and I kind of rattled off some stuff. And like 2 seconds later, they rattled off everything that I said, and I was like, I just crushed that. Like you have to be somewhat impressed.
Nice.
With rattled off in front of you. But yeah, I mean, it's weird because one of the moves that MJ did last night, one of the highlights that they showed against the Pistons, I remember spending so much time doing MJ's move against the Pistons in my backyard rather than
the layup, the switch hand layup.
I would do the switch hand a lot, but there was another one where he did a reverse layup, and the reverse layup against the Pistons was one that I would emulate a lot. I would do the on a lowered rim. I would always do the switch hand one, just because it was like, why wouldn't you? But,
that iconic layup that I'm talking about from Michael Jordan, where he switches hands, when he's in the air. No one talks about how it's the most unnecessary move of all time. He had a clear lane to the basket.
I thought about this last night, Dylan, because you and I have talked about this before, about how unnecessary it is. The only thing that I can think of is that there was something below him that he was aware of, and maybe he switched hands because he knew he was going to fall funny and needed the other hand to fall onto or something. That's the only thing I can think of, but it is such an unnecessary thing because he's up there alone.
Yeah. Yeah, he could have dunked it if he wanted to.
I can remember going to my driveway and trying the Craig Elo or the Jordan game winner over Elo against the Cavs, where he's just legitimately like hovering like a fucking helicopter, like just going sideways. I guess that's not really hovering, but whatever. But I got a question. Has anybody checked on Craig Elo today? Because I feel like he took a pretty solid L last night.
Oh my
across
God.
the board.
Stray bullets he took last night. It was like, dude, why are you doing this to him?
Ron Harper did him dirty.
Yeah, that's one of the best fist pumps in sports. The Michael Jordan after he hit that shot, and he was so pumped up. Man, I could watch those Bulls highlights for just hours and hours and never get sick of it.
Ron Harper, former Miami Red Hawk great.
Really?
Yep. If you go to any restaurant, you can get a burger that's named after him.
Okay. The Harper. I gotta say, there was a time in episode 3 last night that I was like, dude, what are they doing? This is just like a Jordan highlight reel. And I was like, you know what? That's fine.
Yeah.
I was like, we could keep doing this. Like I thought episode 3 was the weakest one they've done so far, which there's only been 4. I still enjoyed it. But I thought episode 4 was fantastic.
Episode 4 went by in 15 minutes for me. It was like I noted friend of the pod, Mike Golick Jr. tweeted last night that he had no concept for how long an hour was anymore after watching these. And the first one, I was like, okay, that was good. And then episode 4, I was like, holy shit, that went by so fast.
Yeah. Can we talk Carmen Electra?
Ooh,
real quick.
Fastball still exists in her world.
Can we?
Still throwing gas, huh?
She's still got it. Yeah. Wow.
When she came on the screen, I said to Sally, I was like, this is kind of embarrassing, but at one point, she was the hottest woman on earth for me. And rather than shaming me for being like a little trashy, Sally was like, I think that was it for a lot of people.
I mean, I think if you added up all the time I spent in front of a computer just waiting for her nudes to download from LimeWire, it probably adds up to like 2 weeks. Every nude that was available on the internet, I was just like, oh yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I started loading it. I just sat there just waiting. It took forever, but it was worth it.
I definitely downloaded some malware on my parents' computer trying to get some Carmen Electra pics. Probably got their identity stolen. Sorry, mom and dad.
Oh yeah.
I was definitely like if there was like a new FHM or Maxim that came out, I was like definitely just clicking refresh on the site, hoping that they uploaded the photo from it.
Man, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know that struggle,
dude.
Yeah, it was rough.
Like you don't know what it felt like to have to sit behind like the 56K modem making all those noises that you can just replay in your head verbatim.
Dude, the scene was mega tough. Did you remember those America Online discs that you got in the mail, Brett? Or are you too young for that?
I do remember the AOL discs. Yes.
You get like 1,200 free hours of internet or something.
Yep, definitely. That's about as far back as it goes. Like the first time I ever did any music, I had an iPod already, and it was like buying songs from the Apple Store type of thing.
Fuck you.
I burned a few CDs, but that's about it.
Doesn't Carmen Electra have a connection to Prince too?
Yeah, I think so.
I think he actually named her. Now that I'm thinking of it,
that sounds right. But if you're wrong, it's going to be really funny.
So, Randy, can you look that up for me? I'm pretty sure Prince came up with Carmen Electra's name.
Wait.
He wasn't born Carmen Electra, obviously.
Like he named her, like that's her, like he gave her stage, her Hollywood name.
Yeah, that's her stage name. Yeah, Carmen.
Oh, okay.
Did you guys see the tweet that's resurfaced this weekend about Matt Damon and Prince?
No.
Matt Damon was so there was some reason that Matt Damon and Prince were together for some kind of event, and then after they invited Matt Damon and some other celebrities to a Prince concert, and they went backstage after, and Prince and Matt Damon were talking, and Prince just absolutely alphaed Matt Damon. Matt Damon was like, "Oh, here you live in like Minnesota. How's that going?" And apparently he just snapped at him and was like, "I live inside my own heart, Matt Damon." Matt Damon was like,
Okay.
never mind. Like, sorry.
That's so Prince, though.
No, it's great. I mean, I can hear him saying like, "Your name is no longer like Tina Smith. You are Carmen Electra."
I can
Like-
see Randy down there just Googling away.
Good, just going after it.
Yeah.
Is she
Yeah,
still married to
48,
Dave?
man.
Is she married to Dave Navarro still?
Oh, I don't think so.
you got to think now.
That ended like 20 years ago, didn't it? Okay.
She
I'm
looks
way off.
fantastic.
Yeah, Dave, that ended in 2007.
Yeah. While ago. She married Vegas Dave, right?
Yep,
wa-
that's the
I
same.
wasn't
Yep.
I wasn't that far from her actual name. I said Tina Smith. Her actual name was actually Tara Patrick. So pretty generic stuff.
That's not a terrible Hollywood name.
Tara Patrick.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Okay.
So it says Electra started a professional career in 1990 as a dancer at Kings Island in Mason, Ohio. Shouts to Ohio. In the show, quote, "It's Magic," one of the more popular shows in the park's history. In 1991, she moved to Minneapolis, Minnesota, where she met singer-songwriter Prince. Weird.
Don't Google Tara Patrick.
Okay.
Because there's another Tara Patrick who is remember our Alexis Texas conversation last week? It's very similar to that.
She's in the adult film industry, is what you're implying here.
Oh yeah, she's an OG.
Okay.
Interesting.
Man.
It doesn't say whether or not he named her, but it sounds like he could have been involved in naming her that.
He inspired her.
Yeah. Maybe she changed her name because it was a former whatever, porn star's name. I would change my name.
I'm gonna start telling people I live in my own heart too. That's pretty baller.
I like that. Yeah. I just like him snapping at Matt Damon. Like that just seems unnecessary.
I love it. I'm
That
all
little-
for anyone snapping at Matt Damon at this point.
That
Why?
little dude could play the guitar, man.
I like all of most of Matt Damon's movies. You know, I'm a born boy, but I don't know. I don't. He seems like he could get knocked down a peg.
You're not wrong there, but I will say if you look at my favorite movies and you had to decide which actor is my favorite actor based on my favorite movies, it would end up being Matt Damon, and I never think of him as someone asked me my favorite actor.
I would have said McConaughey for you, Will. I think that stacks up.
No, I mean, dude, Damon's just got so many good movies from way back. I mean, Good Will Hunting's one of my favorite movies. Talented Mr. Ripley's one of my favorites. I will say, Sally and I started watching The Rainmaker the other day. Not great. It got turned off.
Is that about Dave's like YMCA basketball career?
No, it's actually we actually started selling Rainmakers recently at Wilmon's in the gift shop. It's just a bunch of those like giant wooden things that you tip over, and it sounds like they're making rain.
Yeah.
But every time I go in that gift shop to buy something, no one's working the register, man. So I just put it back on the shelf and leave.
Sometimes you have to go you have to go throw out one of the ceremonial coconuts that we sell. You have to go throw it over the gift shop into the back alley because they're always like blazing up back there. It's really
To get their
inappropriate.
attention.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fine. I get it. Like right now with quarantine too, we're not going to have any customers. So
All right. According to Randy, Carmen, the name, stems from a song Prince wrote for her named Carmen on Top. So.
and he told her
and then
that
he told her-
Okay.
Carmen.
Okay. You know what? I'm at least partly correct here. I'll take it.
No, I mean that you're more correct than
Yeah, you're right.
yeah. I
right,
would
great.
venture to say that you are fully correct.
Gotta say, I did not expect that. No
Fantastic.
offense. No offense at all.
You mean the guy who gets got by Barry McCocken or in 3 days is you're surprised he's correct on something? Yeah, I'll
Bro,
take it.
Dylan, you're in your bag today.
Oh man, come on.
You're straight up in your bag right now.
I'm having
I'm here
fun,
for it.
guys.
I am
I'm
here
having
for
fun
it.
over here.
What does in your bag mean?
Dylan's
It's
in
hard
it.
to say. It's hard to say.
Hey, can I just say that when on the live stream on Friday night, this is way off topic. Sorry. When he said we got some people about to pop on, I legit thought it was going to be Brad and Duda in the internet party. And it couldn't have been, and I love Roback, but it just couldn't have been a different angle. I was like, whoa, did not expect that at all.
Yeah. Dude, I almost mixed up a revolver after that the other night.
I'm a big fan of that. I got to try it.
Yeah.
They sound pretty lit.
Yes.
Dave, can you tell us the story about your neighbor issue this weekend?
Okay. Okay. Oh, now I know what you're talking.
Not the rollerblader.
That's it. Where my head immediately went. So I live near a park, and what was that?
Ding.
Somebody's banging gongs over there. I live near a park, and people bring their dogs there. Sometimes they'll let them off leash, run around. It's pretty normal. Everybody does a good job of keeping distance and whatever. It's fine. Somebody from one of the other neighborhoods nearby came in, and I've met this person a few times. Good dude. But we are 5 or 6 weeks into shelter in place. He is still bringing it in for the handshake. And I mean, not even like getting in there, and it's a firm grip, and it's just like, oh, what do you, and he doesn't even give you a chance to think twice. It's like, oh no. So I don't know if y'all have encountered anyone who's done anything like that, but I don't know how to react. Like, I don't know. I can't deal with the awkwardness of being like, oh no, dude, I can't, distance. I don't know.
Do you think it could have been a slip up? Because I could see myself like this, momentarily just forgetting like, oh, hey, what's up? Bring it in. Or you think he's like, just a handshaker throughout this entire ordeal?
That's a great question. Like maybe like just a little social awkwardness, and like your move is to just go in for the shaker. I don't know. It seemed like I think he's aware. I think he just doesn't care.
I'm not getting close enough to people to like make those mistakes, to go back to muscle memory of like shaking someone's hand.
I mean, dude, he brought it in from like 7 or 8 feet, Will. Like he covered so much ground in so little time. It was impressive.
I kind of wish that he was just testing you, and if you would have gone in and shaken his hand, that he would have exposed you on like next door.
I like the dude a lot. He's like one of my favorite people I see out there. He's not there very much, but I was just like, I don't know what to do, man. And then there's an older gentleman, older, who comes out there with his dog sometime, and then he was out there, and I was like in my head, like, please God, don't bring it in on this old dude. And luckily he did not, but I was still like really worried.
Did you bring it up with the guy, or did you say anything about the handshake, or just let it go?
I let it go. I let it go. I
would have said something.
My right hand, I just tried to leave it off to the side.
I would have said something like,
you should have put your hand out there, like flopped over for him to like kiss it or something, and really just put him on.
I would have said like, still a handshake guy, huh? Just to make him aware that like I'm not totally comfortable with the situation.
Well, when I was giving masks to Dillon and he pulled up, just muscle memory alone, like I went in for a kiss, and like all of a sudden I was like, oh shit, Will, get away.
If you notice, I did not back away. I met you halfway, so
yeah,
just muscle memory,
Tell me if you think this is trash. Obviously I live in an apartment, and there's a lot of people here, and a lot of idiots. Like with a lot of people, you're going to get stupid people. I told you guys about the party that was occurring in our dog park a couple weeks ago that was since broken up, and people got in trouble for it. Yesterday, a girl at our apartment had the audacity to just go sit at the pool. She just went out there alone, had like a full towel, reading her book, just enjoying herself. Clearly had been like, all right, I'm having a pool day, when all these facilities are shut down. And it's like, you know what? Like, I would love to go be sitting at the pool in this 90-degree weather right now, but because I'm a nice person and I'm not going to disrespect the apartment complex, I'm not going to do that. I thought it was very in poor taste of her just to assume that she can do this and nobody else can.
Did she get kicked out?
Oh, she was kicked out.
Nice.
Ooh. Did you report her? You did. You tattled on her.
I didn't. I swear it was not me. I do not tattle. No,
Somebody did.
I very much do tattle, actually. Yeah. I think that the management at our apartment complex likes Sally and I, because I will hold no punches when I see something going on. I'm not going to tattle on somebody for not picking up their dog poop, but if you're being a real dumbass and you're like trying to throw a party somewhere during, like, I want to use the amenities as much as everybody else, but I'm not going to let other people use the amenities when like we're not supposed to. You're not going to get that by me.
Maybe she just wanted to go down there and get a gram off for her stories, and it's just like her with like half of her book and like her legs that are like, have sunblock and they're all oily and like the pool in the background. She just needed that for the stories.
Hot dogs are legs.
Yeah, hot dog legs.
It's like every girl that goes on vacation, day one of vacation, they take a photo of their book on their beach chair, and it's like they're on page 9. And like by the end of the vacation, like 95% of these people get past like chapter 3.
Well, dude, the book's just going to get made into a Reese Witherspoon like HBO joint, so it doesn't matter.
Does everything she does just get made? Like anything on her book list now is just like a series that she's starring in, I feel like.
She's the same character in every one.
I think it's her. She's just like EPing these shows. So she's just reading a book with her book club and then like, oh, I'm going to make that into a successful TV show. And boom.
She's going to be a billionaire, isn't she? She's on her way.
Oh, yeah.
Good for her.
What do we think she's worth right now? I'll look it up, so I will withhold my
200. I'm going to say 240 million.
We're talking about Reese?
Yeah.
95.
She has a vodka company.
I'm going to go 320, Will.
Well, I got bad news for two of you because one of you hit it spot on. That guy goes by David Ruff.
Wow.
40. Crap. Dave, this is not the first time that you've gotten. I feel like it's not the first time you've gotten someone's net worth spot on. You're kind of like Dillon guessing people's height and weight. You can just do, people's net worth.
Hit me up on Twitter. I'll guess your net worth.
Dude,
oh man.
Be a really funny bit. Send Dave a photo of yourself and guess your net worth.
240. That's pretty damn good.
I mean, yeah, if somebody offered me having what I have now versus $250 million, I'd take the $250 million.
Yeah, I probably would too.
Bang. I think we'd be remiss if we didn't knock out this last thing that we have here. There's a British, I guess I'll call her a blogger, maybe an influencer, a fitness person. And she has officially started using her boyfriend's sperm as a means, or as an ingredient in her smoothie as a means to protect her from coronavirus.
Okay, so Dillon, you make smoothies for dinner often. I got to ask the question that everybody wants to know. Are you putting semen in your smoothies?
No, Dave. Actually, I don't do that. Why does this person think that adding semen to her smoothie will prevent coronavirus? What's her explanation?
Vitamin C, of course.
Did her boyfriend have coronavirus? Is that what's going on here? And
her name is Tracy Kitts, which sounds like a Carmen Electra style name. She says, I've been doing this for 4 years now, and I've never felt better. I'm never ill either. In this pandemic, I'm not really concerned about getting the illness as my immune system is so strong. Maybe more people should consider it. There's no need to be freaked out. It's completely natural, and it's worked wonders for me. I feel no embarrassment about it at all. Why should I? She also has children who are 13 and 7.
No, don't tell me.
No.
With a previous partner, and she started using this to boost her immune system after her breast implants ruptured in 2012.
Oh, dude, thoughts and prayers.
Imagine, they don't have information regarding whether or not she's giving her kids smoothies, but if you're the child of a different father, I am telling my mom that I would not like smoothies presented to me at any point.
There's no way she's giving it to her kids, because if she is, then that's a major problem, I would think.
How is she?
You definitely can't give that gift to your kid. That's just too much.
How is she acquiring this?
Uh-oh.
Something happened with Will where it looks like Rosie just ran into his computer and he can't talk right now.
Yeah, he lost audio.
I'm going to take a pee break real quick. Is that cool?
Yeah.
I didn't know if we were going to power through.
Will just walked away, so
he looked dejected.
It's probably not the best time for you to leave too.
Well, I feel like if there's a good time, I didn't know if we were going to stop recording or just edit this out.
I think Will's back. Are you back, Will?
His mic is
can't
off
hear you
so far.
We still can't hear you.
Sorry, I just want to get this out of the way.
All right, go ahead, Dave.
It automatically muted me.
There we go.
Are we editing this out, or are we just rolling with the punches?
Nah, let's just roll with it. We talked Dave into stick around for another 15 seconds while you got it situated, so we're good now.
Yeah, Rosie, for the first time ever, just decided to absolutely bulldoze all the podcast equipment cords that are just in the spot where she shouldn't be doing it. So, yeah,
You can tell exactly what happened too, because your face, you followed Rosie, and then the computer shook, and then you had no noise.
We'll get through it.
Yeah, like it's almost like I've gotten to the point where like I want to care about these things happening, but it's like, you know what, it is what it is. Like nothing good is happening at this time anyway. So
we all got our thing. We're all recording from home. I got Parks and here he comes. Actually, hey, what's up, buddy? Interrupting all the time. We got dog interfering, dogs barking. Hey, bud.
My bladder.
Yeah,
Dave's bladder.
Dave's bladder's been it's a constant.
Parks doesn't have pants on, by the way. He hasn't put pants on yet since he woke up, which is
me neither.
Cool
That's
move.
why I was annoyed that I had to get up to fix
That's
this microphone situation. I didn't want people to
That's
see
my
that
boy.
Ducking. Oh well.
I'm almost Spanish.
I don't know where we left off with this young lady.
You said how is she extracting it?
Yeah, what's her game plan here? Like, I mean, hey babe, my smoothie ingredients are running low. There's no more frozen mango in the freezer. Like, can you whip up some
Yeah, not to be low rent, but this sounds kind of like an awesome deal for the boyfriend, right?
He's living it right now, man.
I mean, depending on what method we're using here. I mean, I don't want to be low rent. That's not what we do here, but I'm just saying, depending on how many smoothies she's drinking.
Yeah, he's flourishing in quarantine, man. He's living large over there. Good for him.
Do y'all think this is worse than drinking kombucha?
Is that the main ingredient? Is that like the thing at the bottom that kind of just like hovers there?
It's the mother.
Stop. You're going to ruin kombucha for me.
Dillon, you know you're supposed to shake it really hard before you open it, right?
I'm not falling for that one. I just tilt it. I go like that.
I don't do anything. I just open it and drink it. I haven't had a nice kombucha in a long time.
I had one the other day and it was awesome.
No, this quarantine has really stunted my kombucha intake, unfortunately. My gut biome is turning into yours.
Damn, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay.
Do we think this lady has she saves like an extra supply? Like she's just had go at it and then like takes like a spoonful, or is it like a direct injection?
How does she ration this?
What's the serving size?
Teaspoon? No, tablespoon? Do you guys know the difference between those? I have no clue.
Tablespoon is bigger.
Yep.
That's about all I can help you with.
Yeah, I have no clue.
I gotta say, I'm a little surprised that she is not affiliated with Goop. She puts off Goop vibes.
Yeah. It's surprising that Gwyneth Paltrow didn't come out with this first.
I just feel like there's better ways to spice up your smoothie. Like if it's for vitamin C, like you could just take a supplement or drink a glass of orange juice. Like I don't know if the bioavailability of semen is any different, but I'm not a science guy, so I'll fuck right off.
I think she's doing this for clout. I think she's trying to get the next like 500 followers on her YouTube page, and that's all she wants to do it for. If we need to start getting our numbers up, then I guess we'll be making smoothies.
Is this better or worse than using it as the main ingredient in a face cream?
Worse.
There's a good argument here, though.
For better or worse, Dave?
Just both. I mean, both ways. Like it could. I wouldn't fuss with you either way.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you you're wrong if you go at me.
There's just a stigma attached to having it on your face. I apologize if anyone's eating dinner listening to this.
Yeah. Should we just end this and spare people more semen talk right now?
It's probably about time. This has been a good one, though.
She's a legit blogger, right? You looked her up. She's got a big account.
Yeah, she's got about 36,000 YouTube subscribers, and she seems, like, who knows? Maybe she's the British Gwyneth Paltrow without the Oscar.
Damn,
Will's
Goop Game's
been,
stupid.
Yeah, Will's been into these bloggers lately. Like the Caroline Calloway's pivot. Will's been covering these guys pretty extensively.
Caroline Calloway can shut up. That girl. I will say this: don't go to her Twitter profile in public if you're out and about.
Is it the pinned tweet? It's the pinned one, right?
Yeah, it's an aggressive pin tweet. That girl's crazy.
Will, you need to get this British blogger on Scaries.
No, I'm good. I think I'm good for a little bit. I don't know. We've already talked about it enough. I don't normally like the bathroom like humor side of things. This when it deals with wellness, I'm more inclined to talk about it. But like, I can't with a straight face ask her like how she acquires her ingredients for her smoothies. That's just not going to work well for me.
I'm praying that you get a tweet out of the blue and it just says panic room, and it says Patagonia baggies, $80 candle, smoothie with my boyfriend's semen.
Yeah. Spunk smoothie.
Oh, okay.
No, we're not calling it spunk, man.
I'm bringing spunk back. That's good. Thank you.
Oh,
Yep.
Bro, Will's in his bag today.
I don't even know what that means. Let's get out of here, guys. Can we make sure of one thing? Every single person that's still listening right now, please go follow Instagram or Circling Back Pod on Instagram at Circling Back Pod. We're trying
There's no reason my personal account should have more followers than the pod account.
Yeah, we're trying to get numbers up.
It should be our biggest account.
Yeah, and you guys are slacking. Either way, though, we appreciate it. Patreon.com/Circling Back Podcast. Listen to your heart tonight. I will be watching alone since Sally's working. It's going to be really sad, and someone's going to have to wake. Or I'm going to have to like rewatch it because I'm going to fall asleep numerous times. But we'll be recapping it on Patreon tomorrow, along with some listener voicemails. Should be fun.
See you tomorrow night for the live stream too.
And the live stream, baby. Yeah, be on high alert for tomorrow night's live stream. Could be a fun one.
Brett, get the blogger on the live stream. You have 2 weeks to do it. Do it. That would be amazing.
Give me the link to the article. I'm in.
It's okay. Calm down, Brett. Make it happen.
We'll see. We'll see what we can do.
Throw the bag at her that I'm in.
That was fun, guys.
It was fun. Let's get out of here.
Bye.